In this video, you're going to find out whether or not it's time for you to give up on this crazy real estate market. Because, well, if you are in the process of trying to buy a home in my marketplace here in Surrey, BC, or if you're looking to use all that equity that you've recently gained in order to buy an investment property here in the Lower Mainland, well, you're probably absolutely frustrated. You're probably frustrated from losing multiple offers, frustrated with the price increases that you've seen, and super frustrated that your wages are not increasing at the same rate as inflation. And the general cost of living, or even the cost of investing, is way higher here in Vancouver, my marketplace of Surrey, BC, than it is in other places. So you are packing up and moving to Calgary. Well, if that's you that are planning to move, or you've got extreme investor FOMO here and you want to buy an investment property in Calgary, this video's for you, because I'm going to tell you what I think you should consider before you make what could be the best move of your life, or possibly the worst decision ever. And I'm going to do so right after I beg you to please subscribe to this channel to stay up to date on local Surrey and BC real estate. And pretty please, with a cherry on top, click the like button to help me get this information out to even more people that are trying to decide if this home listed by my friend Derek Timmons in Airdrie, Alberta for only $700,000 is worth learning how to live in minus 30 degrees Celsius. Not me. And of course, if that is too cold for you and you come to your senses that not ever having to shovel rain is worth the extra cost, you can download my Informed Buyer's Guide right now down below in the description. Totally for free. All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the latest fad to hit Vancouver real estate. And that fad is Calgary real estate. Yeah, it's true. Since prices are up in my marketplace here in the Fraser Valley over 37% in just a year, tons of buyers are just quitting the process and going wagons east. And as a result, Calgary's market is absolutely booming now too, but more on that in a minute. First off, let me give you my thoughts on people giving up, packing up, and just leaving town. My honest opinion is, I don't blame you. Both Vancouver and Toronto are now very expensive cities to live in, and they're ridiculously expensive cities to own real estate. So if you have the opportunity to make a better life somewhere else, I'm of the mindset that you should probably take that opportunity and make the best of it. After all, that's exactly how most people watching this video ended up in Vancouver in the first place. My opinion is that the more Vancouver and Toronto inflate and become unaffordable for the average person, the greater the chance that those people will leave.
And the less people, the better.
Exactly. I like people. Okay, well, some people. But really, those people leaving, it's actually a very good thing. It's actually a very good thing for the rest of the country. Cities like Calgary, or even Edmonton, Halifax, or maybe even a city if there is one on PEI, are seeing growth for like the first time in a decade or more. So my opinion is that people leaving here because of the financial hardship is actually going to help spread that wealth and help other areas in the country grow, which is a good thing. Canada having most of its population in only two major areas across 5,514 kilometers isn't really a good thing. And as a whole, Canadians aren't really good at this, but let me explain. In the States, people pick up and move all the time from city to city. You're born in New Jersey, maybe you go to university in Alabama, you get a good tech job in Seattle, and when you lose that tech job, you're probably going to end up in Southern California. Opportunity is across that entire country, and when you're in Nashville and your opportunity door slams shut in your face, Americans will just pick up and move to Vegas and try and find a new opportunity door there. But not us here in Canada. We think it's our God-given right to stay within 20 kilometers of the hospital that we were born in. Shout out SMH. The really adventurous type move out to Chilliwack, or maybe they hop on a ferry to Victoria. And the crazy people, they drive 4 hours away to be closer to wine. Just recently, I had the fortune of meeting up with Jay Coupar in downtown Vancouver, and the reason we connected was he had the perfectly titled video, "Everyone Complains, No One Leaves." And it's so true. Until now. Recently, we are actually seeing people now pack up, quit Surrey completely, quit Vancouver completely, and they're moving to Calgary. After speaking with my good friend who's a realtor, Derek Timmons in Airdrie, Alberta, he confirmed that he had 5 or 6 buyers call him just last week, and they were all from BC and Ontario. Another good friend, Marnie Campbell, confirmed that yes, indeed, they are now seeing those dreaded bidding wars and unconditional offers that were previously reserved for the country's two major hubs, Vancouver and Toronto. Well, they are now commonplace in Calgary, and Marty confirmed that yes, indeed, it is those out-of-province buyers that are bidding things up. And in her words,
Albertans just won't play that game.
maybe Albertans should have a foreign province buyer tax. Taxes always fix everything. Don't get any ideas, Premier Kenny. So what this means is very soon, or maybe even already, Calgary is going to be much more expensive than you think. And one more shout out for Realtor friends from Calgary that are amazing people. You should probably check out Alex Hripko's YouTube channel as well. And I want to make this totally clear. I do think that leaving Vancouver, the Lower Mainland, Surrey, or the Fraser Valley and heading to Calgary could be a really, really good thing for a lot of people. But now let's talk about who I don't think it's so good for. First off, I'm worried that people coming from Vancouver or Toronto towards an area like Calgary are gonna think that they're gonna get the same type of real estate market in that area as they did in their home city. Mark my words, the Alberta market is not the Vancouver market. It's just not. It's not anything like Toronto either. Detached house prices in Calgary were flat from 2006 to 2012. And then after a small bump, they were flat again for another 8 years until 2021. So just take note of this. If you're going to Calgary, you're going there to get a lifestyle and some affordability. You are not going there for real estate profits. And you want to know who the Calgary market is really not good for? It's not good for real estate investors that are not really real estate investors, and they're just real estate speculators. You see, Calgary condo prices have been on the decline since 2007. So anyone thinking about investing there in that type of property, well, you're taking on an absolutely huge risk, and you have to stop looking at the Calgary real estate market through Vancouver market covered glasses. If you're an investor and you're looking at real estate in smaller towns, you have to look at the cash flow. Here in BC, we say, screw the cash flow. I'll just pay this thing $300 or $400 a month, and in a couple of years, it's going to be worth $100 grand more. It's almost kind of hard to screw up your real estate investments here. But when you move to areas that don't have the growth like big cities do, you now have to look at your cash flow, and you can't just go willy-nilly trying to buy any property or some sort of pre-sale. You want to try and buy a property that cash flows positive, and the biggest benefit you're going to get is you're going to pay down your principal on that property with someone else's money. And that could take 25 years. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're thinking about investing in Calgary real estate and you're not from Calgary, just don't. However, I know if you're watching this video, there's a good chance that you're probably going to do it anyway. And of course, as I said before, if you are frustrated and you're seriously considering trading in your umbrella for a snow shovel, and after watching this video, you still think it's a really good idea, well, you can book a seller's consultation with me right now down below in the description. And then when you go to buy in Calgary, I can try and hook you up with Derek, Alex, or Marnie. And of course, check out another video while you're here on the channel, and make sure to hit the like button on that video as well. If you're an agent, my video course and gear list is down below if you're looking at introducing video into your business. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in a couple of days.